to go ahead and make some videos in regards to the question that you had asked, what inspires you the most? Especially since you asked about it. However, these videos I won't be posting until after I wake up, and so that way you're fully aware, hey, I'm awake. So yeah. So what inspires you the most right now? Just to give you a heads up, it's 5:38 a.m. and then hopefully these will be in, like, anyways, you'll see they're 5-minute segments ish. Some things that have inspired me in the past as I attempt to figure out what inspires me the most. And so part of it is like watching movies where people's dreams come true. So Pursuit of Happiness, Amazing Grace, that one, only movie that makes you cry every single time I watch it. And so that one is basically, more than likely have talked about it in the past. Q-tip. Used Q-tip. Basically it's about this guy, William Wilberforce. He goes ahead and he's a politician, he becomes a Christian, he wonders if he should become a priest. The priest, who is actually the guy who wrote the song, or him actually, Amazing Grace, he convinces him, go ahead and do both. So he goes ahead and fights the slave trade for a good 15-20 years or so, and because of his passion for it, he ends up meeting his wife, who mutual friends introduce him to. From what it sounds like, she's like a good maybe 5-10 years younger than him, but they end up having various kids, and he ends up having, I think, gout, and he ends up taking some medication, which I think nowadays is considered illegal, in order to help his pain. But he ends up spending 10-20 years, at least I would say 15-20 years, in order to abolish the slave trade. So that one, it makes you cry every single time, because basically he sacrificed everything, and he pretty much, at one point, he just sort of stepped back in order to help with his health, because basically, because of everything, and because of the Civil War, anything against the slave trade or against normalcy, from what I can tell, it was no. So yeah, that one is definitely a movie that inspires me, because it reminds me, or this guy, he went ahead and he basically sacrificed everything, like his health, and he was so passionate about it, throughout this entire time. So yeah, that's definitely something that is very inspirational, and it reminds me that if you're really truly passionate about something, even if you can't quite get through, or even if you're not making a difference within 1-2 years, if you're truly passionate about it, if you truly love something, in this case, he loved, from what I can tell, people, or people who, just people in general. I think him and his wife, they made efforts to make education better for kids, for example. I don't even think they had education, general education for kids, unless you were wealthy. And so him and his wife tried to make things better through through England, and through mandating laws for England to have better health, or better standards for people in general. So abolishing the slave trade, not necessarily slavery in England, but the slave trade of bringing slaves over from Africa, and then taking, over from Africa. So anyways, that movie, it reminds me that if you're really truly passionate about something, or if you really truly love something, then it doesn't matter how long it'll take. Sometimes you may end up sacrificing your health, mentally, physically, emotionally, mentally, physically, emotionally, in order to get something done, in order to see your greatest, deepest dreams accomplished. And it's not easy. It is not. But if it's really something that you love, it'll definitely be worth it. So yeah, that's definitely something that's very inspirational, And looking at it, it's like, yeah, that's not easy. So yeah, so this ends part 1, and so yeah, part 2 coming shortly ish. I'm not sure how long this will take to upload, so yeah, talk to you later.